From Charlotte, this is WBTV News on your side.
Now on Primetime, the rain is gone for now, but humidity is here to stay. We have your first alert weather forecast for the weekend. Plus, more people are headed to the movies, only to find out their favorite theater didn't survive the pandemic. But first,
it's tough. It's really tough because it was so sudden. It still hasn't set in yet. Still kind of a shock to me. Part of me doesn't want to believe it's real.
a triple murder-suicide under investigation in Huntersville. That's where we start our Big Three tonight. Good evening. I'm Dee Dee Gatton in for Maureen Boyle. Thank you so much for joining us. This is what we know so far. Police found the first person shot and killed on Tuesday. They were called to a home on Caldwell Station Road, just off of Old Statesville Road. The next day, police found a second person stabbed, shot, and killed in the woods behind that same house. And yesterday, another man found dead in that same neighborhood. Police say this man, 21-year-old Michael Matoka, may have killed all three men on the same day. He killed himself. WBTV's Courtney Cole joining us now live from the Holiday Marina, where people say Kendrick Knight used to work. Courtney, they found the first body on Tuesday. Why are we just now hearing about all of this?
Dee Dee, police say this was a fluid situation, and as they were preparing releases to let the public know what was happening, more and more information kept coming out. Now, police say due to the sensitive nature of this investigation and that this appeared to be an isolated incident, they did not believe there was an immediate threat to the community. Now, I spoke to friends, neighbors, and coworkers of Kendrick Knight who worked here at the Holiday Marina in Cornelius. Coworkers say he was always smiling and happy and worked even without a paycheck for the last 2 years just to help other people with whatever they needed.
Probably one of the most social people I've met my entire life. You know, it may not seem like it from the front, but he lived his life for other people, and that's the truth. He didn't really care about how much money he had. He didn't really care about what he was doing, but he was just trying to help people out, and that was part of his job. You know, he cleaned boats. He just wanted to help people out and make them happy.
And it's that same sentiment. He just wanted to help people and make them happy. People say he was also always smiling and happy to see others. Now, I also spoke to Philip Jewell's cousin, who says he was a great person and a great father. Now, at 11, we'll be learning more about these three men as this investigation unfolds, as police work to find a motive in this case. Reporting in Cornelius, Courtney Cole, WBTV, on your side.
Courtney, we'll be looking forward to that report at 11. Our second Big Three tonight, your first alert weather forecast. You're looking live at Queens Landing on Lake Norman after we had a few clouds today. Just look at that site. It's beautiful. The sun is shining. Chief Meteorologist Eric Thomas joining us now. And Eric, I hope the weekend is as gorgeous as it looks outside right now.
Yeah, things have actually gotten prettier as the day wore on, Dee Dee. That was a great shot. We had that rain that came through yesterday, a second round last night. All of that has shifted down along the coast, so it wasn't a great day around some of those Carolina resorts today with those thunderstorms brewing about. But in the meantime, for us inland, we saw the warm air, we saw the humidity, all of that wrapping around this Bermuda high, which tends to set up during the summer months. And as long as that thing stays anchored there, we're going to continue with more of this. These warm conditions, the higher humidity, and yes, even so often, maybe a scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorm. So your Scott Clark Nissan Honda HD Tower Cam 85. The dew point is in the 60s. That is in the sticky range. It's on the lower end. It's tolerable. You're heading out this evening. Really not bad. 73 in Boone. Delightful for you with even lower humidity. And again, low to mid 80s here across the Piedmont. If we could get these dew points below 60, it would really start to feel nice, and that is the case up there in the foothills. So, all right, so we're in the sticky range. Again, not the end of the world. Next couple of hours, Dee Dee, you might see a shower pop up in one or two locations, but by and large, most folks in good shape this evening. We'll see if we can carry that through the weekend. It's your first alert forecast.
All right, thank you, Eric. Our third Big Three, some great news to pass along. Greg Olson's 8-year-old son has a match for a new heart. The former Panthers player tweeted the news this morning. His son, TJ, has a congenital heart defect. He's had 3 open heart surgeries and has lived with a modified heart for his whole life. Just last week, he posted on social media his son may need to get a heart transplant, and now it's happening. He says TJ has a long road ahead of him, but today is a step forward. For more on all of these Big Three stories, head over to our website, WBTV.com. Breaking news, we are live at the scene of a heavy police presence in Northeast Charlotte right now. This is at Somerset Apartments. As we zoom in here, you can see the police vehicles. Police tell us they are trying to get someone out of an apartment here. So far, SWAT has not been called here, but as you can see, there is a heavy police presence. We're working to learn what led up to this. Stay with WBTV as we learn more. New on Primetime, an alarming trend among teens. The CDC says they're seeing more hospitalizations for COVID-19 among people ages 12 to 17. A new report released today looked at about 200 kids hospitalized between January and March. Nearly a third were taken to the ICU. About 5% required ventilators. The good news, none of them died. The study suggests the number of hospitalizations are going up because of new variants, kids going back to school and interacting with other kids their age without wearing masks or physically distancing. This reinforces the importance of getting the vaccine. But the CDC says fewer people are getting their COVID-19 shots. Since the start of the year, about 1 million people were getting their vaccines every day in the U.S. As you can see in this graph, that number is starting to level off and go down. So far, more than half of the country has at least one dose of the vaccine. A little less than half are fully vaccinated. But more of you need to get vaccinated for things to fully get back to normal. We're already seeing some sense of normalcy, like movie theaters opening up again. The pandemic forced the movie industry to come to a grinding halt, which then forced many theaters around the country and in our area to close their doors for good. Theaters were already threatened by streaming services. Major films like Disney's Mulan and Wonder Woman 1984 went straight to debuting on services like Disney Plus and HBO Max. According to Forbes, movies like A Quiet Place Part 2, Marvel's Black Widow, and In the Heights pushed release dates back until people could see the films in person. But finding a theater to go to is a little harder than before. The pandemic seriously hurt the movie industry. Thousands closed their doors for good. In Charlotte alone, at least 3 theaters shut down. WBTV South Carolina reporter Morgan Newell visited some open theaters today and talked to people visiting the theater for the very first time in more than a year.
And happy to see some movies and help the industry.
Welcome back. We missed you. Those 5 simple words are the first thing moviegoers see at the Phillips Place movie theater in Charlotte. While some movie buffs rush to the big screen, other casual movie fans are just happy to see something to do again.
Even if I didn't go before, that's now available to go again, I'm excited about. And I want to see Cruella.
That's one movie showing on the big screen, but some movies, like foreign and classic films, won't be screened in Charlotte nearly as much. The Manor Theater, one of the premier art house theaters in Charlotte, closed its doors for good during the pandemic.
I think it was a great blow to the community.
The Manor was a third unique Charlotte movie theater to shut down recently. Brad Ritter, who heads Charlotte Film Society, says this means some sense of community left with it.
Community theater attracts more of a neighborhood feel to it, and it just makes it more feel at home. And I think that's one of the strengths of being a smaller theater.
But Ritter thinks the future of movies is still bright, with summer bringing bigger blockbusters.
I think that will incline people to start going to see more movies. And the art house films, I think you're going to see the same thing where there's going to be options out there.
And as far as filling the gap for those art house films, Ritter's got his own solution, Independent Picture House, a nonprofit movie theater housed in Noda.
I think that'll just make people more excited when we do open in the fall.
For Morgan Newell, WBTV, on your side.
And Morgan, Mecklenburg County health leaders are reporting fewer cases and hospitalizations from COVID-19. New data provided by the county shows confirmed cases and hospitalizations across Charlotte are both dropping. The percent of people testing positive is holding steady at 3%. This news comes as Atrium Health celebrates a milestone. More than 3 million free masks have been distributed across Charlotte to help stop the spread of COVID-19.
What this shows is it can only be done by setting bold goals and by having the community come together. I mean, this is truly how we get through a pandemic and how we move forward.
This marks more than 3 times the original goal outlined in the initial goal to distribute 1 million masks to people across Charlotte. In South Carolina, there is a new campaign to help increase vaccines in young adults. DHEC has launched Shot and a Chaser to give vaccines at breweries. So far, just one brewery in our area is participating, Lore Brewing in Indian Land. Shots will be available Friday, June 18th from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. The Johnson & Johnson and Moderna vaccines will be offered. If you get your shot at any brewery that's participating in the campaign, you'll also get a free beer. DHEC says the 20 to 24 age group is the least vaccinated group in South Carolina. They make up less than 1% of all vaccinated people in the state. Coming up next here on Primetime, 9 dogs recovering from an alleged dog-fighting ring in Gaston County. We found out how they're doing since their rescue. Plus,
that name reminds me of both the good times that I had with them, but also a lot of the bad times.
on this Pride Month, we explain what a dead name is and why you should respect someone when they ask you to stop using it.
You need someone on your side, giving you the most trusted, accurate information. For breaking local and national updates surrounding the coronavirus, go to WBTV.com or download the WBTV News app.
Hey folks, WBTV's Primetime News Block is sponsored in part by Mike Johnson Hickory Toyota. It's 1-800-NEW-TOYOTA or hickorytoyota.com.
The shareable nobody wants to share. Fried pickles, back for a limited time, only at Zaxby's. Redeem rewards, scan to pay, order ahead on the Zaxby's app.
If you haven't seen United States of Al, we want you.
Mr. Awalmir Karimi fought alongside our men and women.
Take a picture. And now with Mr. Art.
All right, that's enough.
Wait, we need Lizzie. I did not seek fame, but it seems to have found me.
A new United States of Al, Thursday after Young Sheldon, or stream anytime on CBS.
Hey folks, there's 5,000 reasons. Take the short drive to Hickory. It's our $5,000 test drive, where you can win $5,000 by simply test driving a car. This is Madison from Newton. She won $5,000 and you can too.
Before you buy, give Mike a try.
It's 1-800-NEW-TOYOTA.
Hello. I'm the new guy. Tell me about this epic stuffed crust pizza.
It's made with fresh, never frozen dough, hand stuffed with cheese.
Good job. All right, you called me. It is me.
No, I knew it was you.
Let me hear you say epic stuffed crust.
Epic stuffed crust! The race is on to sell 500 vehicles by Memorial Day. You can drive a 2021 Camry LE, only $129 a month. Hurry in to Toyota of North Charlotte in Huntersville. You're such a good baby.
When you donate $5, Food Lion Feeds and our partners will match it to help fill more plates of those in need. Together, we can put hope on the table.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the vehicles for the people who protect the future for everyone. Ford vehicles for the bravest, most hardworking, and selfless among us. Because the vehicles of the future are built for the few who will protect us all. Ford, built for America. First responders, healthcare professionals, and military personnel receive $1,000 appreciation cash on top of current offers, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Call the law offices of James Scott Farron on the Hurt Line.
If you like Zaxby's, you're gonna love the Zaxby's app. Use it to order ahead to fast-track your order. Plus, member-only rewards and surprises along the way. It's easy. It's convenient. It's the Zaxby's app. Download it today.
Now on Primetime, a follow-up on a story we've been monitoring closely. It's been 2 days since the Humane Society of the U.S. rescued several dogs from an alleged dog-fighting ring in Gaston County. We're checking in on the animals that were found chained and scarred from the brutality they were put through. WBTV's Christy O'Connor spoke with anti-dog fighting leaders with the Humane Society of the U.S. today.
9 American Pit Bull Terriers are on their way to a happier, healthier future.
So it's not just the medical, we also go the therapeutic with both mind and body.
Jeanette Reaver is an anti-dog fighting specialist for the Humane Society International. She says the dogs will undergo significant therapy, much like treating PTSD. They've already received antibiotics and painkillers since they were rescued Wednesday.
Just removing them off their collars and just loving on the dogs, you can see the relief. It's as if the dogs know they're being taken away.
Let me down. Danielle Carmen is co-owner of the Dog Wizard of Charlotte.
Good job.
She trains and rehabilitates dogs from all kinds of backgrounds, including dogs that come from fighting rings.
You want to be really conscious of how to progress them through rehabbing some of those social skills, if they can be rehabbed at all.
She says it takes time to find out if the dogs that were trained to fight can be social with other dogs and humans.
Because you can imagine there's a level of mistrust. This is what humans have done to me.
It's possible for abused dogs to make full recoveries, but it's important for their adoptive family to know that not every environment will be right for them.
They have the ability to live a sustainable, happy, balanced life on some level, then great, they should. As long as they're being placed in a home, like with an adopting person that understands that there's going to be potential limitations.
Christy O'Connor, WBTV, on your side.
Christy, thank you. Gaston County Police charged 49-year-old Rico Pagan with 18 felony charges related to dogfighting, cruelty to animals, and drugs. He's in the Gaston County Detention Center on a $175,000 bond. We've seen other cases of alleged dogfighting in the Charlotte area. Back in January of 2020, we brought you this story of an alleged dogfighting ring in York County. It was discovered by a nurse helping a 71-year-old woman who says she was attacked by a dog. An investigation led to 14 dogs being seized from a property.
A dog will follow its master. If you want to teach a dog to be cruel, it's going to be cruel. You want to tie a dog to a tree, poke at it, kick it, all those things, it's going to be mean to people.
Detectives told us dogfighting rings are highly secretive and it takes a while for authorities to find them and flush them out. Turning to your weather right now, hot and humid. The rain has really come and gone, but Eric, I think the rain is coming back. But I'm not canceling my plans, right? Outside?
No, you don't need to. But yeah, we're in that classic summertime pattern, Dee, where we almost can't rule out a shower or a thunderstorm almost on any given day. And here's why. It's because there's a lot of gas in the gas tank now, as that warm and that humid air, both of which are, well, helpful. They're strong parameters. You get that unstable air. You know how warm air, hot air rises, so the warm, humid air bubbles up into the atmosphere. And that's when, of course, you start growing those clouds, eventually the showers and storms. So all that being pumped around the backside of that area of high pressure. Now, the rain that Dee Dee mentioned did come through yesterday, another round last night. That is all shifted off to the east. They've been dealing with thunderstorms off and on most of the day today around Myrtle Beach, Garden City, those areas, even as far north as Wilmington. But for our part, yeah, there it is, your Scott Clark Nissan Honda HD Tower Cam. All right, if you look hard, you can see the blue sky, but this time of the year, it's usually a little bit hazy, and that's been the case. So 85 the number, the dew point in the lower 60s, so we're still going to call that sticky, but this is absolutely tolerable as you're going to head out this evening, I hope, and take advantage of your Friday. Get your family out there, get some quality time. Scott Clark Nissan Honda HD Tower Cam. Here you go. It'll be a bit muggy as we get you through the evening hours, but we'll drop you into the 70s here around mid-evening. Not too bad. How about the mountains? Here it is. Through the 7 o'clock hour, nice. Lower humidity, upper 60s and lower 70s. Hopefully you can find a terrace or a patio out there to have some dinner. We'll get you out the door tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. in the mid and the upper 50s. That's not bad. How about tomorrow afternoon with maybe a stray shower or storm? You're going to get right back into the low and mid 70s again. Yeah, it's a good time of the year to be in the mountains if you're not a fan of high heat. With that said, let's roll on this, and through the 11 o'clock hour, maybe a spotty shower shows up somewhere. Don't take this too literally. This is simulated radar. And so the data suggesting maybe somewhere west of Charlotte there could be a pop-up here during the evening hours. But overall, 99% of the area should be rain-free this evening as we drop you through the 70s here in the Piedmont of both North and South Carolina. Now, through the overnight hours, how are things going to play out? very quietly. That's how, with maybe some morning clouds around and very little, if any, rain. 68 degrees. It'll be mild, and yes, it'll be muggy as well. Through the rest of the day, on Saturday, look again. Here it is late in the afternoon, early evening, a pop-up thunderstorm. Best bet will be foothills and into the mountains as we see temperatures get back into the mid-80s. And so for the rest of it, here you go. Surrounding communities get you out the door about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. There it is, near 70 degrees, and we'll take you right back up into the mid-80s by tomorrow afternoon. Into the upstate of South Carolina, very similar. Out the door in the low 70s with the muggy conditions and low and mid-80s by late tomorrow afternoon. Here's what it looks like then on Sunday. Around midday, some clouds around. Somebody could get a shower or a thunderstorm again, but overall, if you have outdoor plans on either Saturday or Sunday, yeah, I think you're going to be in pretty good shape. Now, beyond that, I think we get a bit more active next week with those afternoon and evening showers and storms. But there it is, no washouts, and you would expect this time of the year. As Dee Dee, maybe we get up to near 90 by later next week. Back to you.
Woo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
Okay.
Here's what's coming up new at 7:30.
It's a tough decision to make. Send your child to summer school or let them enjoy being a kid on summer break.
I think that's a great question, and it's a pretty complex one.
We're asking a doctor what to do in tonight's Good Question. Plus, we've heard the stories of Black Wall Street in Tulsa. But did you know North Carolina has its own Black Wall Street?
I think that it's important for us to remember things and tell it the way it happened.
We're taking you there as we go On Your Side Tonight.
Closed captioning on WBTV News is sponsored by Subaru South Boulevard and Subaru Concord. Honda dealers of the Carolinas.
Your kitchen should be designed for you. Cabinet Solutions maximizes your space and savings with a custom kitchen built locally by master craftsmen. Call now for a free in-home consultation, 704-654-7806.
Need a trusted health plan? The new COVID relief plan means it's more affordable than ever to choose Blue.
How are you paying less than $50 a month for a plan as good as Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina?
It turns out I qualify for a subsidy.
Wow, I should check that out.
New COVID relief subsidies are here to lower your costs. Go to trustbluenc.com to see if you qualify.
Okay, but what kind of benefits do you get for $50 a month?
Well, my prescriptions are covered, and I can get the care I need without referrals. I can even see a doctor online. And preventive care, like annual screenings, is covered 100%.
Plus, it's Blue Cross North Carolina.
Yeah, I just trust them to be there for me.
Sounds like you really checked all the boxes. Can you send me that link?
Already did.
Many members will now pay $0 a month after subsidy. See how much you can save. Visit trustbluenc.com during this special enrollment period. Choose wisely. Choose Blue.
Only dependable-worthy 1-hour heating and air promises it's fixed right or it's free.
The race is on to sell 500 vehicles by Memorial Day. You can drive a 2021 RAV4 LE only $169 a month. Hurry in to Toyota of North Charlotte in Huntersville.
When someone is injured on the job, that injury can be life-changing. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, and any loss of income can put significant hardship on any family. At Stewart Law Offices, we understand that you may have questions if you've been injured, including when must I report my injury? What benefits am I entitled to? Where do I receive my medical care? Call 1-866-STEWART for answers. Don't wait. Your future is too important. Stewart Law Office, when you need it most.
We need to sell.
Home selling with OfferPad is as easy as...
Welcome to OfferPad. How can we help?
We want to sell our place to get a better backyard.
Want to sell Flex or Express?
Express.
Let's do both. One Flex sell with a side of Express.
Cool, we list with Flex, testing the market.
Or take the Express cash offer at any time.
Win-win.
And throw in an OfferPad expert to get it all done.
Of course. Let's get you sold.
OfferPad Flex, a better way to list your home. Start your free sales request at OfferPad.com today.
A new month means a new crop of scratch-off tickets are ready to harvest. Hear that? Plump with prizes and 100% gluten-free. Smells like a winner. And this variety can only be cultivated in the prize-rich soil of North Carolina. Freshest chances to win are ready for you. gives cash crop a whole new meaning. Fresh new tickets, fresh new prizes.
WBTV First Alert Weather is on your side with the certified most accurate forecast.
A transgender man from South Carolina is petitioning Google and a security contract firm to stop using his dead name. A dead name is a term often used in the transgender community to refer to the name assigned to a person at birth. For some, that name can be painful, so they go by a chosen name or preferred name. Ferris Lee came out as trans in 2016. 2 years later, he got a job at a security firm that contracts with Google and was told he wasn't able to have his preferred name on his company ID. He accepted that at the time because he says it was a good job. But when he learned full-time employees are able to get their preferred name on their badges, so he joined Google's union and became an advocate. He says he wants people to understand why, quote, dropping the dead name is so important to people in the trans community.
I came from a family that was very much all about family. Everything we did was as a family unit. We went on a lot of family trips together. Family was everything. However, when I came out as transgender, my family no longer supported me. And that name reminds me of both the good times that I had with them, but also a lot of the bad times and a lot of the hurtful comments that have been made.
Lee wants to emphasize 3 things. 1, he loves his job. 2, this is just his experience and not all transgender people go through the same thing. And 3, that being trans isn't a sad existence. There are just hard times, and this one is one of them. On Your Side Tonight is next. Here's Alex.